اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. عن جابر بن عبد الله الأنصاري عن فاطمة الزهراء عليه السلام بنت رسول الله قال: سمعت فاطمة أنها قالت: دخل علي برسول الله في بعض الأيام فقال: السلام عليك يا فاطمة. فقلت: عليك السلام. قال: إني أجد في بدني ضعفا. فقلت له: أعوذك بالله يا أبتا من الضعف. فقال: يا فاطمة ائتيني بالكساء اليماني فغتيني به. فأتيت بالكساء اليماني فغتيت به وصرت أنظر إليه وإذا وجهه يطلع كأنه البدر في ليلة تمامه وكماله. ما صل على محمد وعلى محمد. فما كانت إلا ساعة وإذا بولد الحسن قد أقبل وقال: السلام عليك يا أمة. فقلت: وعليك السلام يا قرة عيني وثمرة فؤادي. فقال: يا أمة إني شمدك راحية طيبة كأنها راحية جد رسول الله. فقلت: نعم إن جدك تحت الكساء. فأقبل الحسن نحو الكساء وقال: السلام عليك يا جدة يا رسول الله، أتأذن لي أن أدخل معك تحت الكساء؟ قال: وعليك السلام يا ولدي ويا صاحب هوزي، قد أذنت لك. فدخل معه تحت الكساء. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. فما كانت إلى ساعة إذا بولد الحسين قد أقبل وقال: السلام عليك يا أمة. فقلت: وعليك السلام يا ولدي ويا قرة عيني وثمرة فؤادي. فقال لي: يا أمة إني أشم لك راحية طيبة كأنها راحية جد رسول الله. فقلت: نعم إن جدك وأخاك تحت الكساء. فدنا الحسين نحو الكساء وقال: السلام عليك يا جدة. السلام عليك يا من اختار الله، أتأذن لي أن أدخل معكم تحت الكساء؟ فقال: وعليك السلام يا ولدي ويا شافع أمتي، قد أذنت لك. فدخل معهما تحت الكساء. اللهم صل على محمد. فأقبل عند ذلك أبو الحسن علي بن أبي طالب وقال: السلام عليك يا بنت رسول الله. فقلت: وعليك السلام يا أبا الحسن ويا أمير المؤمنين. فقال: يا فاطمة إني أشم عندك راحية طيبة كأنها راحية أخي وابن أمي رسول الله. فقلت: نعم ها هو ما ولديك تحت الكساء. فأقبل علي نحو الكساء وقال: السلام عليك يا رسول الله، أتأذن لي أن أكون معكم تحت الكساء؟ قال له: عليك السلام يا أخي ويا وسي وخليفتي وسايب لواي، قد أذنت لك. فدخل علي تحت الكساء. ثم أتيت نحو الكساء وقلت: السلام عليك يا أبتا يا رسول الله، أتأذن لي أن أكون معكم تحت الكساء؟ قال: وعليك السلام يا بنتي ويا بزعتي، قد أذنت لك. فدخلت تحت الكساء. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. فلما اكتملنا جميعا تحت الكساء أخذ برسول الله بطرف الكساء وأمع بيده اليمنى إلى السماء وقال: اللهم إني هؤلاء أهل بيتي وخاصتي وهامتي، لحمهم لحمي ودمهم دمي، يلمني ما يلمهم ويحزنني ما يحزنهم. أنا هرب لمن هاربهم وسلم لمن سالمهم وعدو لمن عداهم ومحب لمن أحبهم. إنهم مني وأنا منهم، فاجعل صلواتك وبركاتك ورحمتك وغفرانك وإزوانك علي وعليهم، وأذهب عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. اللهم صل على محمد. فقال الله عز وجل: يا ملائكتي ويا سكان السماوات، إني ما خلقت السماء مبنية ولا أرضا مدهية ولا قمرا منيرا ولا شمسا مضيئة ولا فلكا يدور ولا بحرا يجري ولا فلكا يسري إلا في محبة هؤلاء الخمسة الذين هم تحت الكساء. فقال الأمين جبريل: يا ربي من تحت الكساء؟ فقال عز وجل: هم أهل بيت النبوة ومعدن الرسالة، هم فاطمة وأبوها وبالها وبنوها. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. فقال جبرائيل يا رب يتأذن لي أن أحبط إلى الأرض ليكون معهم سادسا. فقال الله نعم قد أذنت لك. فهبط الأمين جبرائيل وقال السلام عليك يا رسول الله. العلي الأعلى يقرأك السلام ويخصك بالتحية والإكرام ويقول لك وعزتي وجلالي إني ما خلقت السماء مبنية ولا أرضا مدهية ولا قمرا منيرا ولا شمسا مضيئة ولا فلكا يدور ولا بحرا يجري ولا فلكا يسري إلا لأجلكم ومحبتكم فقد أذن لي أن أدخل معكم فهل تأذن لي يا رسول الله؟ فقال رسول الله وعليك السلام يا أمين وحي الله إنه نعم قد أذنت لك. فدخل جبرائيل معنا تحت الكساء. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. فقال لأبي إن الله قد أوحى إليكم يقول إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. فقال علي لأبي يا رسول الله أخبرني ما لجلوسنا هذا تحت الكساء من فضل عند الله. فقال النبي صلى الله عليه وآله والذي بعثني بالحق نبيا واصطفاني برسالة نجيا ما ذكر خبرنا هذا في محفل من محافل أهل الأرض وفيه جمع من شيعتنا مهبين إلا ونزلت عليهم الرحمة وحفت بهم الملائكة واستغفرت لهم إلى أن تفرقوا. فقال علي عليه السلام إذن الله الفوزنا وفاز شيعتنا ورب الكعبة. صلى الله عليه. فقال برسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله يا علي والذي بعثني بلك نبيا واصطفاني برسالة نجيا ما ذكر خبرنا هذا في محفل من محافل أهل الأرض وفيه جمع من شيعتنا مهبين وفيه مهموم إلا وفرج الله همه ولا مهموم إلا وكشف الله همه ولا طالب حاجة إلا وقضى الله حاجته. فقال علي عليه السلام إذا الله فزنا وسيدنا وكذلك شيعتنا فازوا وسيدوا في الدنيا والآخرة ورب الكعبة. صل على محمد وآل محمد. سورة المباركة الفاتحة.
صلوات على محمد وآل محمد. أيان محمد أيان محمد أيان محمد أيان محمد. शब्बीर का तुम सदका हो अब खैमे में बेटा तुम लौट कर न आना है आनो मोहम्मद है आनो मोहम्मद. है माँ को यकीन तुम माँ की बात रखोगे ये याद रहे खैमों में है प्यासे, दरिया पे अगर जाना हो सहरोस के प्यासों, तुम प्यास ना बुझाना। ऐ ओनो मोहम्मद, ऐ ओनो मोहम्मद। हर हाल तुम्हें तुम पर लाज़िम है शुक्र खुदा का। ऐ शहज़ादों है सब्र तुम्हारा विरसा, जब ज़ख्म कोई खाना। ऐ ओनो मोहम्मद, ऐ ओनो मोहम्मद। जब सांस तुम्हारी बच्चों करने वाली, उस वक्त सिरहाने आएंगी मादर मेरी। जख्मों को तुम छुपाना। ऐ ओनो मोहम्मद, ऐ ओनो मोहम्मद। सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि मोहम्मद व आले मोहम्मद।
Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla, Hussein, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla. Thirsty Ruqayya, thirsty Abdullah, we just need water. Father, some water. Where's your flag bearer? Where's your flag bearer? Son of Fatima, son of Fatima. Hussein, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla. Hussein, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla. Hussein's all alone. Shaikh Qasim has gone. Ali Akbar's gone. Abdul Fath is gone. Even Abdullah. Hussein Wawela. Even Abdullah. Hussein Wawela. Hussein, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla. Hussein, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla. Zainab cries, Allah, where's Abdullah? Where's Ali Akbar? Where is Abdullah? Where's my Alamdar? Where's my flag bearer? Where's my protector? Where is my Abbas? Hussein, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla. Hussein, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla. Now the tent's on fire, Shaikh Ruqayya. Zainab, have you seen Zainul Abidin, ill and locked in chains? Zahra cries in pain, my Hussein is slain. Where is my Hussein? Hussein, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla. Hussein, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla. Your head on a spear, my eyes filled with tears, your body trampled. Why were they so cruel? And it still hurts me, and it still hurts me that you die thirsty, that you die thirsty. Hussein, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla. Hussein, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla, Ya Mawla. Zahra cries Hussein, Zainab cries Hussein, My tears cry Hussein, my heart cries Hussein. Hussein cries out last, Hussein cries out last. Where is my Abbas? Where is my Abbas? Abbas, flag bearer, flag bearer, flag bearer. Abbas, flag bearer, flag bearer, flag bearer. Children cry in thirst, where is my Abbas? Abbas cries in pain, children, I've been slain. I can't bring water for your Ruqayya, I can't bring water for your Ruqayya. Abbas, flag bearer, flag bearer, flag bearer. Abbas, flag bearer, flag bearer, flag bearer. Cries of Allah Tash, but I am Abbas. I will bring water for Hussein's daughter. But they've ambushed me, but they've ambushed me. Master, forgive me, Master, forgive me. Abbas, flag bearer, flag bearer, flag bearer. Abbas, flag bearer, flag bearer, flag bearer. He won't quench his thirst, for Hussein comes first. With his arms cut off, still won't taste a drop. Blinded by arrows, blinded by arrows. I cry in sorrow, I cry in sorrow. Abbas, flag bearer, flag bearer, flag bearer. Abbas, flag bearer, flag bearer, flag bearer. Women and children were slapped and beaten, children cry in fear, Zainab full of tears. Oh my brother dear, oh my brother dear, I wish you were here, I wish you were here. Abbas, flag bearer, flag bearer, flag bearer. Abbas, flag bearer, flag bearer, flag bearer. Savers of Islam, I sent my salam upon you, Master. When I drink water, all my love for you and my life for you, I will be my chest, I will never rest. I will give my life, I will sacrifice in my life always. Your flag is raised high in my life always. Your flag is raised high. Hussein, ya Mawla, ya Mawla, ya Mawla. Abbas, flag bearer, flag bearer, flag bearer. Hussein, ya Mawla, ya Mawla, ya Mawla. Abbas, flag bearer, flag bearer, flag bearer. Hussein, ya Mawla, ya Mawla, ya Mawla. Abbas, flag bearer, flag bearer, flag bearer.
صل على محمد وآل محمد. صلوات على محمد وآل محمد. कहती है मत किया मर गए ज़ैनब के लाल, रोती है माँ खस्तहाल, मर गए ज़ैनब के लाल। कहती है मत किया रन से बसा चोरो शैन, लाते हैं लाशे हुसैन, छाया है दिल पर मलाल, मर गए ज़ैनब के लाल। राह में शाहे उमाम गिरते हैं एक एक ख़दम, ज़ौफ़ से है दिल निढाल, मर गए ज़ैनब के लाल। कहते हैं शाह ज़मान लुट गई मेरी बहन, हाय गज़ब खुर्द साल, मर गए ज़ैनब के लाल। कहती है अहमद की आल, मर गए ज़ैनब के लाल। सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि मोहम्मद व आले मोहम्मद।
I've written and prepared a short poem, so you can accommodate a few minutes of your time. The concept of love is now far beyond the mind of us all. The concept of love is now far beyond the mind of us all. Then why is it that we have shown more love to the creations and forsaken our love for the Creator? For when Muhammad raised Ali onto his shoulders on the eve of Ghadir, he indebted us all. Like a shepherd leading a pack, a leader like Ali is far beyond us all. We walk the walk, we talk the talk, but how many have already been forsaken with the flock of Palestine, the flock of Syria, and the rest? What our brothers and sisters go through just down their block. We sit behind a screen fiery with the mockery. We sit behind a screen fiery with the mockery. But I ask you and myself, what are we to do when our time is undue and all we have to conclude is a like on a blog without even having a clue? Labbaik ya Hussein, Labbaik ya Hussein. We call upon him who is the lantern of guidance and the ark of salvation. We call upon him who is the son of Ali, whom we have given our proclamation. We call upon him who never broke his oath under suppression and persecution. We call upon him who kept Islam alive with the sheer determination. O Hussein, you have showed us what it means to have lost all, but yet gained the most with the simple act of prostration. I'm not trying to sound cliche. I'm not trying to sound cliche, but rather get cast away or look at a blazing gamma ray for an entire day. I'd rather get cast away or look at a blazing gamma ray for an entire day than miss the fortune of knowing you, O Hussein, because I look every which way. Inherently, Al-Hussein resurrects nobility. That's why it's said, live like Ali, die like Hussein. So brothers and sisters, remember your family on this day, for there's no greater love that will keep you from going astray. On that day, Imam Hussein alongside his family did not wither away, but in fact they flourished like a beautiful spiritual bouquet. Till this day we pray for this man who would say, the most generous of man is the one who gives to whom he has no hope of return. Muhammad salawat.
Brothers and sisters, assalamu alaikum. I'd like to make a quick few announcements, inshallah, before the majlis begins. If I can please request everybody to move up a little bit so that the brothers that are coming in after you have some help, have some room, inshallah. Quick few announcements on the program. There's some program updates, inshallah. Emails will be coming out shortly with some more program updates. But for now, here's a couple. Tomorrow morning, inshallah, at 10:30 in the morning, we have a majlis at the Qabristan, both for the ladies and gents. At the Melrose Abbey Qabristan, the program will start at 10:30 a.m. Inshallah, all of you will be in attendance. There's also a julus in downtown LA tomorrow, sometime around 11 or 11:30. If those are able to attend that, please also see the details around that. At our center, inshallah, we will, as you know, Ashura Day is Thursday, September 20th. The program will begin with Amal in the morning at 9:45, inshallah. It'll allow us enough time to complete the Amal. The Amal is about 2.5 hours, maybe a little bit longer. But we'll aim for 9:45, allowing us enough time to come into Dhuhr prayer at around 12:45, inshallah. So if you can please plan on being on time so that we could begin the Amal on time. As you know, that day is, inshallah, a long and heavy day. So we'll have the Dhuhr prayers will begin about 12:45. After the Dhuhr prayers, we'll then begin the Ashur Day program with Marsiyas. Anybody who is interested in reciting or presenting anything about their grief on that day, please do come see myself, and we'll have the opportunity, inshallah, for that day. After the Ashura Day Majlis and the Ziyarat of the Taziyah, we'll go to the Qabristan as well, again that afternoon, as you normally know, and then the Shamil Ghariba program will start with Maghrib Namaz on Thursday evening, inshallah. So it is a long day. We hope you guys can all join and participate as well. A couple of updates on our fundraising, right? So the month of Muharram, as you know, is one of our biggest opportunities to raise funds for the center. We have a goal, inshallah, this year of $25,000 so far. We're about a quarter of the way through that, so we're hoping that everybody can please participate in that fundraising opportunity. We really do need your help to keep the program going and to continue to have the programs that we do. Additionally, we're also looking for anybody who's interested in sponsoring for Niyaz or Tabarruk on these next few nights. If anybody's interested in that, please, our chair lady is looking for sponsors for that, inshallah. So if any of those are of interest, please do let us know, and we'll, inshallah, get you in touch with the right people. As you know, the Mbola organization, the Muslim Burial Organization, also still has some plots for sale. If anybody's interested in that, please see either Sister Nasreen Ali on the ladies' side or Dr. Ali or Brother Mehdi on the gents' side. So if anybody's interested in that, please do go see them. As we now embark into our program for tonight, inshallah, I want to spend just a couple of minutes introducing our Shaikh and our speaker for these last few nights and for the next few nights, inshallah. For those of you who have not had a chance to personally meet with our Shaikh, please do take the opportunity. In this particular series, as you might have gathered already if you've been here, the Shaikh is capturing past prophets. He's talking about past prophets and the modern challenges that we see and how we can solve those modern challenges through the learnings that we have from the past prophets and their lives. Tonight, inshallah, we'll touch on Prophet Isa, and so you'll hear about that. So Shaykh Muhammad Ali Ismail, for those who don't know him, is from the UK. He has a degree in law. He has spent more than 10 years in Hawza al-Miyah in Qum, and he specializes in Quran and Hadith studies. Currently, Shaykh Muhammad Ali Ismail is a director of research and publications and a senior lecturer and educator at the Islamic College in London. He's also the director of strategy for the Islamic Education Department of the World Federation. For those of you who might have seen some recent releases by the World Federation on short videos and clips, and so Shaykh is heavily involved in that as well. He's currently almost completing his PhD in the UK as well, and is constantly lecturing and teaching and focused a lot on publications. His most recent publication is the translation of the Islamic laws and the Risala of Ayatollah Sistani. It's the most recent release, and if you're interested in obtaining copies of that, please do see me and we'll get you in touch. So, without further ado, inshallah, with a loud salawat, we'll welcome Shaykh Muhammad Ali Ismail for the lecture. Muhammad wa ali Muhammad, salawat.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله الذي له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وله الحمد في الآخرة وهو الحكيم الخبير والصلاة والسلام على المبعوث إلى كافة الورى بشيرا ونذيرا وداعيا إلى الله بإذنه وسراجا منيرا أبي القاسم محمد وعلى أهل بيته أئمة الهدى ومصابيح الدجى الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه الكريم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإذا مرضت فهو يشفين صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. My respected elders, brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. In continuation of our series on past prophets, modern challenges, tonight we will be looking at Nabi Isa ala nabiyina wa alihi wa alayhi salam, and we will be relating his story to the whole topic of healing the sick. Inshallah, we will discuss this topic in 5 areas. First of all, what does the Quran and Hadith tell us about Nabi Isa, or Prophet Jesus as he's known in English? Secondly, are we able to heal the sick or not? And if we are, how? Thirdly, what are the benefits to those who are sick and are visited? Fourthly, what are the rewards for those who visit the sick? And finally, what are the etiquettes of Islam when people go to visit the sick? Inshallah, we'll begin the whole discussion with a loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So with regards to the first question, that what does the Quran and Hadith say about this great prophet Nabi Isa? Well, of course, we know that he was the fourth of that elite group of prophets known as the Ulul Azm prophets. Those prophets who came with new legislation, and therefore they are the messengers of great resolve, Ulul Azm, because they needed tremendous and exceptional resolve in order to get that new legislation that they came down with implemented in the societies to which they were sent. So now, this great prophet, we are told in Surah Maryam, in verse number 31, how great his status is in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, وَجَعَلَنِي مُبَارَكًا أَيْنَمَا كُنْتَ. This means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made me Mubarak. He's made me blessed wherever I may be. Now, when we look at this, of course, for all of our interpretations of the Quran, the best people to go to whenever we want to find out what certain words of the Quran mean are, of course, the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. So in this regard, we want to find out, what does he mean when he says that Allah has made him Mubarak, He's made him blessed wherever he may be. So for this, let's look at the wonderful words of Imam Jafar Sadiq salawatullah wa salamu alayhi, where he tells us what is meant by Mubarak in this verse. He says Mubarak means nafa'an. Nafa'an means very beneficial. So essentially, Nabi Isa is saying, Allah has made me very beneficial to the people wherever I may be. Now, we'll see what practical implications this has for us in our lives today. But let's just have a look. When he says he was very beneficial, well, certainly he benefited people not only physically but also spiritually. How did he benefit people spiritually and physically? And then we'll see what implications this has for us as well. Well, physically, we know that he was able to perform these great miracles. Miracles such as what? Healing the blind. But spiritually, he was also to heal blind hearts. He was able to give hearts insight. Physically, he was able to cure the leper. But spiritually, he was able to cure spiritual ailments. Physically, he was able to revive the dead. But spiritually, he was able to revive dead souls. So both physically and spiritually, he had this quality of being nafa', meaning extremely beneficial. This is what is meant when he says that I have been made mubarak. Now, let's look at this in some more detail and see a little bit about his great miracles. Well, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as we know, he always gave miracles to prophets that were appropriate to their time. At the time of Nabi Isa, it was a period of great diseases and epidemics were prevalent. People needed treatment. So now Nabi Isa is sent with that particular miracle to be able to cure them. So now, as we saw, he was able to do things like make the blind be able to see again. He was able to cure the leper, and he was able to revive the dead. Now, when we look at this, we see from traditions that actually people were so much wanting to get his shifa, his treatment, his curing and healing, that they would line up. They would gather some days in thousands in order for them to be seen by him and to be cured by him. But what is really important is that if they were able to come to him, fine, they would come to him and he would cure them. Other times though, they were unable to go to him because of their illness or whatever the reason happened to be. In that case, what did Nabi Isa do? This is where I would like to begin to relate it to our duty today. He wouldn't just wait for them to come to him and then cure them. Rather, he would go to them. This great Prophet of Allah, Ulul Azam Prophet, would go to the people to cure them physically and spiritually. So my brothers and sisters, what is this telling us? This is telling us that, okay, we won't be able to cure people in that miraculous way physically, but spiritually, surely we can do something spiritually here. As you heard a few moments ago, there's a julus just tomorrow. There are so many opportunities, especially in this month of Ramadan. This month when we are all responsible to share whatever we have. Nobody can say they don't know anything about Islam. They don't know anything about Imam Hussein. But what we can do is to share and to spread the message of Abu Abdullah. Let's all reflect as to our own duty and what we are doing. Are we doing what Nabi Isa did? He went to the people if they couldn't come to him. He never waited for them. So our duty in this light is to do the same. Either intra-faith, so between Muslims, or even in our community. Many people in our own community need help. They need some spiritual guidance. Or interfaith. So interfaith amongst Muslims themselves. Interfaith among those who share at least some beliefs in the God, for example. Or even to people who don't have any faith. These are all wonderful opportunities that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has provided us with. It could be in the form of words. Could be in the form of writing at home using the internet. It could be in the form of actions. Let me give you an example of one of the great actions of Nabi Isa. What he would do, he would go and do something and cure those who came to him and sometimes go to them. One example was this lady who was a Canaanite. She was not a Jew. She wasn't from the particular people that he was sent down to serve and to cure. She comes to him and says to him that I have a son. This son of mine is paralyzed. Please help him. Please cure him. Nabi Isa responds by saying that I have only been sent to the Israelites. Remember, she's not a Jew. She's from Canaan and she is not one of those that Nabi Isa was obligated to serve and to help in that way. So she says that even the dogs receive scraps from the tables of their masters. So just share some of your wisdom so that we may benefit as well. So what does he do? He doesn't turn her away. This is the example I want to put forward to my dear brothers and sisters. He doesn't turn away. He seeks help. He asks Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala permission, and then he gets that permission and he cures that paralyzed son of hers. This is what we must do as well. We must never think that, okay, our hands are tied, we can't do anything. Sometimes, yes, we are all limited in our abilities. But then we have the option of, okay, we've done our job. All we are obligated to do is to communicate the message. This is something very important I want to put forward to you all. What is our duty? Is it our duty to convert people? To make sure they become Muslims? That's not our duty. Our duty is simply to convey the message, and that's it. Our duty is to present the religion in its proper way, according to the teachings of the Quran and the Ahlul Bayt. And then we leave it to the people to decide for themselves. We cannot do more than that. My brothers and sisters, these are not my words. These are the words of the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala refers to His great beloved Prophet, Nabiyul Akram sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. When in Surah Ankabut, verse number 18, he says, وَمَا عَلَى الرَّسُولِ إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ الْمُبِينَ. That actually the Rasul, the Apostle, he doesn't have any responsibility except Balaghul Mubin. What does that mean? That he just communicates in clear terms. That's all the Prophet's duty was. So what is our duty then? That's all we have to do. Communicate the message, especially in this great time of Azar, where we are mourning Sayyidul Shuhada. Let's tell people who is Hussein. Let's tell people what is the Quran. Let's tell people who we worship. Some basic things. Those who have higher ability, they have a greater responsibility to talk deeper and more and more. Those who have less knowledge, less experience, their responsibility is less. So at whatever level we're at, whatever we know, whatever Allah has given us in terms of knowledge or experience, let's share that and use this month to get inspiration from people like the great Prophet Nabi Isa, and go to the people and cure hearts, not physically but spiritually, inshallah. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Let me give you some examples. So therefore, the question that we asked, that are we able to cure others or not? And if so, how? Let's look at that for a moment. Like I said, we are able to cure others with our knowledge, with our information, with our experience, with the love of the Ahlul Bayt we have. But a few examples just for additional inspiration, inshallah. Amir al-Mu'mineen, Ali ibn Abi Talib, salawatullah wa salamu alayhi, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. In the Nahju Balagha describes the Holy Prophet in these beautiful words. He uses an analogy. He uses the terminology of a physician and of medicine. Look what he says. He says, Tabibun dawarun bitibbih. He says the Holy Prophet is a physician who goes around with his medicine. Again, just like we said with regards to Nabi Isa, the Prophet would also go to the people. He would go to the people, look at the analogy, with his medicine. Now, just like you can picture a physician with his bag, he's got his instruments. Indeed, he says, he has made his ointments ready and he has heated his instruments. He uses them wherever he sees the needs in order to cure blind hearts, deaf ears, and dumb tongues. Allahu Akbar. This is the Holy Prophet. This is the example that we must follow as well. That we try and do shifa, we cure the sick using our knowledge. I'll give you another example. This is reported again with regards to the Holy Prophet. The reporter says that in Mina, I saw the Holy Prophet go to different tents of Arabs, and I would hear him say that, "Oh, children of so-and-so, I am a messenger sent to you, and I invite you to worship Allah." So what is this telling us? First of all, the Prophet never limited himself to just one people, one tribe. He went to different tents in Mina, to different Arab tribes. In those days, that's how it was. There were Arabs, but they were all in different tribes. Today, what is our situation? If we equate it with today's times, it is different communities, different beliefs, different ethnic races, different abilities, different ideologies. We must also go to different tents and introduce ourselves. He said, "I am the messenger of Allah. I have come to you." What do? We introduce ourselves, who we are, what our beliefs are. And then what did he do? He says that I call you to worship one God. We can do that as well. Surely we can tell them a few things about our beliefs. Then, if we get to the level where now the discussion is getting more complex, it is getting higher, it's beyond our abilities, fine. We all come to an ability, a level where we can't go further. We refer them to others. We ask them to come to the mosque. We ask them to see so-and-so, or a book, or a website. There's absolutely no excuse for us not to be able to do some type of tabligh work in this great month of tabligh. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. So now, let's develop this a bit further. We saw here, therefore, that there are these opportunities in this great month. Now, what ways can we do this? The question was, can we heal the sick? The answer is yes, we can. Through knowledge, we heal spiritual ailments. How can we do this? Well, let's look at the greatest shifa. What is the greatest shifa and the healing that has been sent down to mankind? It is none other than the book of Allah. This is why I've been quoting so much from the Quran, that this book is really Kitabu Shifa for us all. It is one of the names of Allah. Ash-Shifa is one of the names of the Quran. A book of healing, a book of curing sicknesses. So, we want to know now, how can we do this? What is the best way of doing tabligh, for example, in this month, when we want to invite others? Well, we are told in Surah Al-Nahl, verse 124, Allah tells us everything in the Quran. Let's use the Quran as a book of guidance. You know, sometimes I tell my students that you know your textbook so well, right? The books that we are using. If only all of us, myself included, knew the books that we are using for learning and for teaching as well. If only we knew the Quran as well as the books that we are using for learning and teaching. Isn't that true? We know other books in our professions, in our studies. We know manuals sometimes relating to a certain object that we have better than we know the manual of life. The manual of life, the Quran. Let's ask ourselves, what is the book? What is the document? What websites do we know better? Is it those things or is it the Quran? This is really a cause for reflection for us all. So, we use the book of Allah as a manual. We want to know, how do we do tabligh? What is the best way? We open it. Here, of course, we can use Google, we can ask others, we get some ideas, limit it down to a few verses, but at the end of the day, we must use the book for its ultimate message and guidance. Surah Al-Nahl, verse number 125. Ud'u ila sabili rabbik bil hikmah wal maw'izatil hasana wajadilhum billati hiya ahsan. What does that mean? That first of all, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us 3 ways of doing tabligh, of inviting others to Islam. What are these 3 ways? First of all, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, invite, ud'u ila sabili rabbik. Not invite to yourself. This is really important. Every single word is important. Invite to the way of your Lord. Sometimes people will invite, but they won't have a sincere intention. We need to just forget ourselves. Ourselves need to disappear. Invite to your Lord. That's what is the aim. Not to us. It's not so that we get some benefit, we get some prestige, we get some favor. No. Invite to your Lord. Then these 3 ways. How? Bil hikmah. Hikmah is wisdom. What is wisdom? Wisdom is more, it's different to just ilm. Ilm is knowledge. He doesn't say bil ilm, because wisdom implies you've got the knowledge. Now you know how to use it in its right place. Everyone is different. Whoever we approach will require their own method. We cannot use one method for everyone. Sometimes people will require a type of discussion and dispute. Some people will require just more emotions. Other people will require deep intellectual reasoning at different levels, high, low. Everyone requires a different approach. This covers everything. But whatever we do, we must use hikmah, meaning wisdom. So it's like a doctor. You have a doctor who's got fantastic knowledge, brilliant knowledge, but is he wise? He's only wise if he's able to use that knowledge to help his patients one by one according to their needs. If 10 people come to see him, and because he's just got knowledge, he hasn't got wisdom, he tries to give general advice to everyone. Well, he's an alim, but he's not a hakim. He's not hakim. He's perhaps just alim or alim. So we use our knowledge and we adapt it. This is where our good judgment comes in. Everyone in a different way. We cannot just use the same way. The second thing that he says is mau'izatul hasana. Good advice. This is really important. We call people, we give them good advice, and then of course debating with them, but in the way that is best, that we will call people towards us, not in a way that will take people away from us. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So this is how we are able to cure hearts. Not only can we do it, but we've been given the guidance from the Quran as to how we should be able to do this. Now, let's develop this further and look at that 4th question, or the 3rd question, that what happens and how do people who are sick benefit when they are visited? This is something really remarkable. We'll see the rewards of those who visit the sick, but the sick people themselves, why is it so important for them to be visited? What is the benefit to them? Well, I looked at some modern day research in this area. Ohio State University has done some research about the rates of recovery when people have had surgery. Okay, so what they looked at was what are the rates of recovery when people have surgery and they are visited by friends. Does it make a difference or not? You know what they found? They found that those patients, they've had their surgery and they are visited by friends, actually recover quicker and better than those that are not visited by anyone. Allahu Akbar. Then we'll see what Islam says about this. So what they saw was that whenever someone has had a surgery, their inflammation lowers much quicker when they are visited, and they are able to recover from that surgery quicker. Then they explain the science behind this. I'm not a doctor, but this is the science in a very simple way. Other mu'mineen who are here, perhaps inshallah we can ask them some even deeper questions, exactly how it works. But in brief, this is what they have put in their studies. That what happens is, when people are visited by their friends, and they've had surgery, they were ill, they've now been treated, their stress levels come down. Because they are visited by someone they know, by someone perhaps even they love, a relative. When their stress levels come down, certain proteins that are produced as a result of stress become less. When those certain proteins become less, this enables them to heal faster and better. Allahu Akbar. This is what happens. But I'll tell you something interesting, what they found as well. It only happens when the person is visited in person by someone else, not through social media. So it doesn't work just by quickly sending a message, get well soon, thinking of you, praying for you. Sometimes we do that. It's a quick and short way out. But what this study has shown is that that is not going to have those effects. Yes, it's better than nothing. At least, we've thought of that person. But let's make it a point, my dear brothers and sisters, that we really, truly try our best to visit all of those who are sick, inshallah. Allahumma shfi kulla mareed. Now, when we look at this area, we see that actually, not only is this something that modern science has proven, but even our theology tells us the same thing. You will recall, those of you who were here a few nights ago, when we discussed Nabi Adam, ala nabiyina wa alihi wa alayhi salam, and the whole topic of learning in Islam and teaching in Islam. What we said was the whole area about being Khalifa of Allah. Remember, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He creates Nabi Adam, He appoints him to be His Khalifa. Inni ja'ilun fil ardi Khalifa. So now we explained, what does it mean? That Nabi Adam is appointed to be the representative of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How can that be? Allah is all perfect, flawless, all present, absolute, and yet He's appointing a human being, even though He's a prophet. But at the end of the day, even prophets are limited. How can a prophet be the representative of Allah? And of course, we know and we discussed that Nabi Adam, in many instances of his story, is representing all of us, mankind in general. So how can man be the divine representative of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? We explained at that time, it's all to do with manifestation. It's all to do with reflecting and embodying the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in our character. Anyway, with regards to this, we said that it simply means that just as Allah has those Asma'ul Husna, we must also embody them, manifest them, reflect them in our character as much as we possibly can. Those names which can be manifested, we should manifest, because there are a few names that can't be. So now, how does this relate to this whole area of healing others? Well, what are some of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with regards to curing others? Isn't He called Ash-Shafi, the healer, the all-healing, Ash-Shafi? Isn't He called Al-Mu'afi, the one who bestows health onto others? So now, when we are talking about us healing others, healing the sick through knowledge, healing others when we visit them, what is happening at a very deep level when we examine the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Because actually you can't go higher than that. You can keep asking why, how. At the end of the day, you come to the names of Allah, Asma'ul Husna. After that, you're not going to get higher than that. So at the highest level, Allah is Ash-Shafi, He is Al-Mu'afi. How does that relate to us? Like we said, our duty on this earth is to be Khalifatullah, is it not? That's our duty. If our duty is to manifest the names of Allah, it includes the name Ash-Shafi and Al-Mu'afi. And therefore, when we are healing others in whatever limited way we possibly can, we are manifesting in our character those great names of Allah. He is all healing. He is the bestower of all health. In our limited capacity, we are also doing the same with others. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. In fact, what does the Quran tell us? Again, we must always go back to the Quran. Do we have this in the Quran as well? Yes, of course we do. What does Nabi Ibrahim say in Surah Ash-Shu'ara, verse number 80? He talks about this. He says that the same verse that I recited at the beginning of this lecture, وَإِذَا مَرِضْتُ فَهُوَ يَشْفِينَ. Nabi Ibrahim acknowledges that whenever I am ill, it is He, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who cures me. So what this is telling us is that yes, we are manifesting these names, we are embodying, reflecting these names at our very low, limited level. Ultimately, it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who's doing it. He is the one who yashfini. He cures me. So we are simply acting as agents for His work. We are simply acting as channels for His divine grace and for His healing to get to others. Just as we saw in the example of Nabi Isa, just as we saw the example of the Holy Prophet Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Let's move on to that fourth question now. So we looked at the whole area of Nabi Isa as told to us in the Quran and traditions. Also we saw how can we heal others. And thirdly, now we looked at the benefits of those who are visited by us. Now let's look at the fourth area. What are the rewards for those who visit the sick? So we are told from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, that on the day of judgment, Allah will reprimand the believer. He will say that why didn't you visit me when I was sick? Allahu Akbar. Allah will say, why didn't you visit me when I was sick? The believer will say, Subhanaka, Subhanaka, you are pure, you are immaculate of all imperfections, you never get sick, you never feel pain. Then you know what Allah will reply? He will say, yes, but your fellow believer was ill and you didn't go to visit him. If you had have gone to visit him, you would have found me near him and I would have taken the responsibility to fulfill your needs. This is the reward of visiting the sick. We, in one way, we are visiting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and we get our needs fulfilled by Him. Another beautiful tradition we are told by Imam Muhammad al-Baqir salawatullah wassalamu alayhi, that when somebody visits the sick, you know what happens? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala entrusts an angel to visit him in his grave until the day of resurrection. Another tradition, if we need more inspiration from Imam Jafar al-Sadiq salawatullah wa salamu alayhi. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. When somebody goes to visit a mareed person, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala appoints for him 70,000 angels who escort him to visit that sick person, and they stay with him seeking forgiveness for him until he returns to his house. Let's go and visit the sick. Let's inshallah partake of these rewards. It is a win-win situation. Who's losing here? No one is losing. We saw the sick person is going to benefit, and we are going to benefit as well. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. The fifth question that we asked was that when somebody goes to visit the sick, what are the Islamic etiquette of visiting that sick person? I'll just put forward a few things that are there in the traditions. We are told again by Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. When you go to visit the sick, do the following. First of all, shake hands, or in other traditions we are told, put your hand on his arm, or on him, or on his hand. So in any case, the idea is make physical contact. Of course, if there's no shari'i problem, if that person is someone that we are able to touch like that, then we should. Then we are told that put your hand on his or her forehead. We are also told that ask that person how they're doing. It shouldn't be we just turn up and start talking about all sorts of things, but we forget to ask how that person is doing. Or we just have the chocolates and grapes. It should not be like that. We ask them how they're doing. Fourthly, instill hope in them for a long life, especially if they are in a very serious critical condition. Instill hope in them. And then we are told, finally, ask that person to pray for you as well. For the prayer of the sick is the prayer of the angels. Remember that Allah is near the prayer of the sick. Just one practical tip, by the way, when we shake hands, we are told that the one who prolongs the shaking gets more reward. So when we shake hands, it's always good to try and prolong the shaking. The only problem is, if both people know this hadith, then you'll be shaking hands forever. But the tradition says that the sins get wiped out between them. So these are some practical things that we can do. Also, we are told that, in the tradition we are told, don't stay very long with the ill person. Keep it short. Unless that ill person wants you to stay longer. And actually, who will be the happiest out of everyone? It will be the doctors and nurses, right? They will really thank you for keeping your visit short. But this is there in the traditions. Don't prolong your visit unless that person wants you to stay longer. Now, some other things which will eventually get us to the Masai part of this majlis. We are told a few other tips. Bring a gift for the person. We are also told that give sadaqah on behalf of that person. So give charity for the poor on behalf of that person. We are told to pray for that person and bring Zamzam, the water of Zamzam, get that to him or her and ask them to drink a bit. And then finally, of course, we are told that there is special properties in the turba of Sayyidul Shuhada, Aba Abdullah al-Husayn, salawatullah wa salamu alayhi. We are told that the turba has special effect on the mareed. Even from Imam Jafar al-Sadiq salawatullah wa salamu alayhi. We are told that this turba is a cure from every illness. So we are told in our Islamic laws that actually eating soil, eating mud is haram. But there's one exception, and that is the soil of Abu Abdullah. The turba of the surrounding area of his grave, we are permitted to have a little bit of that For medicinal purposes though, for medicinal purposes it is jaiz. If you have a look at the rulings of Ayatollah al-Uzma as-Sayyid al-Sistani, may Allah protect him, and all of our maraja, inshallah, we are told it is permitted, but they say up to the size of an average chickpea. Alright, so just a little bit. You're allowed to have that for medicinal purposes. So, my brothers and sisters, as a summary, today we looked at the story of Nabi Isa and how it relates to healing the sick. We saw how Nabi Isa is portrayed in the Qur'ans and traditions. He is Mubarak. He is someone who had these miracles. Just like all the prophets came with miracles appropriate to their time and needs. But he was able to cure physical illnesses and spiritual illnesses. We saw examples. We answered the question, can we cure the sick? Yes. Because just like the Prophet cured the sick, just like Nabi Isa cured spiritual sicknesses with knowledge by reviving spiritual dead people and giving insight to those who are spiritually blind, we can and we must try our best to do the same with others, especially in this month of Tabligh. Let's try and spread the message of Sayyid al-Shuhada as much as we can by following in the footsteps of these great prophets. Then we saw advice. How do we do it? By using wisdom and good advice and disputing in the best way possible. Then we saw how, in fact, it benefits the sick people. They are able to heal better when they are visited by those who are close to them. It's a win-win situation because there are great rewards mentioned in the traditions for those who visit the sick as well. And also we saw the etiquette of visiting the sick in all of these ways. Let's inshallah remember all of these things and try our best to follow in the footsteps of these great prophets mentioned in the Quran. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Sallallahu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. Sallallahu alayka ya ibna Rasulillah. Sallallahu alayka wa ala al-arwah allati hallat bifina'ik. Alayka minni salamullahi abada ma baqitu wa baqiya al-layl wan-nahar. ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم. All together please. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين. May Allah inshallah write this yara for us all. We spoke a little bit about the great soil of Karbala and its special properties. How great is the soil of Karbala, such that we are able to eat that. It is not haram, it is permitted, but all other soil is haram to consume. How great is the soil of Karbala, that even when we perform sajda on it, we are given more reward than if we were to perform sajda on any other soil. But my brothers and sisters, not just the soil of Abu Abdullah's grave, but also even soil that is somehow related to the great sacrifices of Sayyid al-Shuhada can have these amazing effects. Let me give you one story highlighting this. Ayatollah al-Uzma, as-Sayyid Hussein Tabatabai Burujardi. It's reported that he had this issue with his eyes. It would pain him. What he did was, one day in Muharram, he sees this procession of Azadar going down the street. They're all mourning Sayyid al-Shuhada. You know that in some of these countries, when they go on these julusis, when they go on these processions, the people, they smear themselves with dirt just to convey a sense of their intense mourning for Abu Abdullah. There was one person on this procession. He had smeared himself with some dirt just to show how much he was in grief. Ayatollah Burujardi, this great marja of the time, in the hopes that perhaps this soil that he smeared on himself, perhaps that would cure his eye. He pulls out his hand. He takes a bit of that soil from that person, from his clothes, and then he rubs that soil over his eye. Immediately that pain left his eye, and it's reported that for the rest of these days he never had any pain in his eye. He never had to wear glasses again. This is the miraculous effect of this great Imam of ours. But tonight, mu'mineen, we will commemorate, we will pay tribute, and we will salute two young soldiers of Abu Abdullah's camp, Aoun and Muhammad. They were only 9 and 10 in the battle of Karbala. Their father was Abdullah ibn Jafar al-Tayyar, the husband of the holy lady Zainab. Abdullah couldn't go to Karbala, but he was very happy for his two sons to be sacrificed in his way as his representatives. One day, it is reported that when news came to Medina of the martyrdom of Aoun and Muhammad, some people came to Abdullah to give him condolences. When one of the relatives says, it is because of Hussein that this tragedy has fallen on us. You know what Abdullah does? He takes off his slipper. He hits that person. He says, are you saying that about Hussein? Although I couldn't be there. But what gives me condolences is the fact that my two sons gave their life for Hussein. If I had been there, I would not have left him until I died. Although my hands could not have been there, but my two representatives were there to help Imam Hussein. But my brothers and sisters, on the night of Ashura, let's recall what was happening in the camp of Sayyid al-Shuhada. The women, the mothers are getting their children ready for their martyrdom. I ask all of the parents here, the fathers, the mothers, how would you get your child ready to give his or her life and to fight an army of 30,000 soldiers? This was a situation of Lady Zainab, but perhaps they were doing this. They were thinking that on the day of resurrection, at least they would not be embarrassed in front of Lady Fatima Zahra. Perhaps they were thinking that on the day of resurrection, we will have an answer. We will be able to say to her, oh Lady Fatima, just as you gave your son, we also gave our sons. But now, on the day of Ashura, the mothers are getting their sons ready for the battle. Lady Zainab is one of those. Whenever a mother is saying farewell to her child, you know what that means to her heart. She will make sure everything is ready. But at least she will know that my child will come back. Just imagine Zainab, who knew that sons will never come back. Just imagine how difficult it was for her to get her sons ready. Just imagine what armor she could even find that would fit these small soldiers of Abu Abdullah. This is the state that Lady Zainab is in on the day of Ashura as she sends her own and Muhammad forward. First of all, Muhammad comes out. He fights valiantly. It's reported he's killed about 10 of the enemy soldiers. But then he is struck. He falls. Muhammad is made shaheed. But now, at this point, just imagine what Zainab is thinking. What must Aoun be thinking? My brother has just been slaughtered. Does that put him off? He goes out immediately. Aoun comes out to fight. He's reported that he killed 3 horsemen and 18 foot soldiers. But now he's attacked and now he falls and he's made shaheed. You know, my brothers and sisters, they didn't have any mercy for anyone. Last night we saw how they didn't have mercy on the 75-year-old Habib ibn Muzahir. they wouldn't even have mercy on a 6-month-old baby Ali Asghar. So why would they have mercy on old and Muhammad? Now just imagine what Lady Zainab is thinking, how she's feeling. Some say, but actually Lady Zainab didn't cry when they went to see her. They found her in sajda. She was giving thanks to Allah that Allah had taken these sacrifices for her. It was such a great sacrifice, but mu'mineen, the greatest sacrifice for Lady Zainab was still to come. That was on the day of Ashura, when she saw her qurbani on the plains of Karbala without a head. She saw Shimar sitting on that sacrifice. She cries out, Ya Muhammadah, may Allah send His angels who will give you salutations. This is Hussein lying bare-bodied. He is covered in blood. His limbs have been severed. My mu'mineen, I will just mention one final thing. When she went to Medina, now she is face to face with her husband Abdullah. Just imagine Abdullah, some people say he didn't even recognize her. I ask you, why didn't Abdullah recognize Zainab? What had happened to her in such a short period of time? Well, let me remind you, she saw the companions of Sayyid Shuhada slain in front of her. She saw Ali Akbar chopped into pieces. She saw Qasim trampled under the horses. She saw Ali Asghar being strucken with an arrow in his neck. She saw Hazrat Abul Fazl Abbas being slain after he had his arms chopped off. Not just that though, afterwards she saw the heads on the spears. They were paraded in the streets of Kufa and Sham, even in the palace of Yazid. She then had to witness something truly atrocious. She saw the head of a brother being brought on a basin. She saw the head being placed in front of Yazid. Yazid is drinking wine in front of the head of a brother, but then Yazid takes a stick and then he starts striking the teeth of the holy head. Allah la'natullah ala al-qawmi dhalimin wa sayalamu alladhina dhalamu ayya munqalibin yanqalibun. Oh Allah, we ask you by the right of Abu Abdullah to protect our Imam and to hasten his appearance. Oh Allah, we ask you to give us the tawfiq to follow in the footsteps of the prophets mentioned in the Quran. Oh Allah, give us the tawfiq to visit the sick, to adopt the etiquette that we need to. And oh Allah, we ask you to cure all those who are sick around the world. Oh Allah, there are many people who are facing difficulties around the world, including those who have suffered in the Philippines, in the Carolinas. Bring them all relief. Oh Allah, we ask you to forgive us and our forefathers for our sins. And oh Allah, we ask you to always enable us to live and die with the wilaya of the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. Matime Hussein.
Yo, sing. Yo, sing. Yo, sing. Shene sadadi bahan mar gaye jaye tere binte Shahibul Hasan मर गए जाए तेरे हाय वो खुर्शीद माँ तोड़ के दम करके आ دے گئے رنجو مہن مر گئے جائے تیرے مانگ کے پانی کا جام ہو گئے دونوں تمام ہائے وہ تشنا دہن مر گئے جائے تیرے خنجر و تلوار سے تیروں کی بوچھار سے ہوتے ہی زخمی بدن مر گئے جائے تیرے بنت شہب الحسن مر گئے جائے تیرے لاش لایا ہوں اون محمد کا مجھے زینب کو پرسا دینا ہے ذرا پردہ ہٹا دیجو خیمے کا مجھے زینب کو پرسا دینا ہے اے بابا علی تم نجف چھوڑ کے اے ماں فاطمہ تم لہر چھوڑ کے آ کے خیمے میں ساتھ چلو تم میرے مجھے زینب کو پرسا دینا ہے اے اکبر کی ماں بیویوں کو ہٹاؤ میری زینب کو فرش پہ جا کے بٹھاؤ قتل بیتے ہوئے یہ خبر تم سناؤ مجھے زینب کو پرسا دینا ہے لاش لایا ہوں اون محمد کا مجھے زینب کو پرسا دینا ہے ذرا پردہ ہٹا دیجو خیمے کا مجھے زینب کو پرسا دینا ہے زینب نے رو کر کہا نو محمد میرے زینب نے رو میرے زینب نے رو کر کہا زینب نے رو کر کہا میرے زینب نے رو کر کہا او نو محمد میرے زینب نے رو کر کہا محمد میرے مر گئے خوں میں نہا او نو محمد میرے زینب نے رو کر کہا او نو محمد میرے زینب نے رو کر کہا او نو محمد میرے مر گئے خوں میں نہا محمد میرے زینب نے رو کر کہا او نو محمد میرے مر گئے خوں میں نہا او نو محمد میرے زینب نے رو کر کہا او نو محمد میرے زینب نے رو کر کہا او نو محمد میرے مر گئے خوں میں نہا او نو محمد میرے ماموں پہ صدقے ہوئے تیگوں سے زخمی ہوئے خوں میں تڑپتے ہوئے او نو محمد میرے زینب نے رو کر کہا او نو محمد میرے زینب نے رو کر کہا او نو محمد میرے مر گئے خوں میں نہا محمد میرے بیاہن میں نے رچا دل کا نا مطلب ہوا روتی رہی میں یہاں او نو محمد میرے زینب نے رو کر کہا او نو محمد میرے زینب نے رو کر کہا او نو محمد میرے مر گئے خوں میں نہا من میرے ہائے اجل آ گئی موت تمہیں پا گئی کس کی نظر کھا گئی او نو محمد میرے زینب نے رو کر کہا او نو محمد میرے زینب نے رو کر کہا او نو محمد میرے مر گئے خوں میں نہا محمد میرے زینب نے رو کر کہا او نو محمد میرے مر گئے خوں میں نہا او نو محمد میرے زینب نے رو کر کہا او نو محمد میرے زینب نے رو کر کہا او نو محمد میرے مر گئے خوں میں نہا محمد میرے ماموں پہ صدقے ہوئے تیغوں سے زخمی ہوئے خوں میں تڑپتے ہوئے او نو محمد میرے زینب نے رو کر کہا او نو محمد میرے زینب نے رو کر کہا او نو محمد میرے مر گئے خوں میں زہرا و زہرا فاطمہ زہرا زہرا فاطمہ زہرا زہرا و زہرا فاطمہ زہرا 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 بنت محمد فاطمہ زہرا زہرا فاطمہ زہرا قلب محمد فاطمہ زہرا زہرا فاطمہ زہرا نور محمد فاطمہ زہرا 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 اے عرض باقی اے غم کی زمین وہ حال تباہی وہ غم کی غریب اے عرض باقی اے غم کی زمین وہ حال تباہی وہ غم کی غریب ویرا پرا ہے تربت زہرا زہرا فاطمہ زہرا بنت محمد فاطمہ زہرا زہرا فاطمہ زہرا قلب محمد فاطمہ زہرا زہرا فاطمہ زہرا نہ بھولیں گے ہم وہ ظلم و ستم اے بنت رسول جناب بطول نہ بھولیں گے ہم وہ ظلم و ستم اے بنت رسول جناب بطول کرب و بلا میں تجھ پہ ہو زہرا تیرا فاطمہ زہرا بنت محمد فاطمہ زہرا فاطمہ زہرا قلب محمد فاطمہ زہرا فاطمہ زہرا نور محمد فاطمہ زہرا فاطمہ زہرا یہ شب ہے غریب شب غمگین روتے ہیں علی مجتبی و نبی یہ شب ہے غریب شب غمگین روتے ہیں علی مجتبی و نبی کرب و بلا میں آئی ہے زہرا فاطمہ زہرا بنت محمد فاطمہ زہرا فاطمہ زہرا قلب محمد فاطمہ زہرا فاطمہ زہرا 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 فاطمہ زہرا نادے علی علی یا علی علی نادے علی علی یا علی علی بادشاہ جن و بشر یا علی یا علی بادشاہ جن و بشر یا علی یا علی صاحب شمشیر دوسر یا علی یا علی آور محبوب خدا یا علی یا علی ناد علی علی یا علی یا علی بادشاہ جن و بشر یا علی یا علی حسین شہید کربلا وویلا وویلا حسین امام مظلوم وویلا وویلا حسین امام مظلوم وویلا وویلا عباس علمدارم چی شد وویلا وویلا عباس علمدارم چی شد وویلا وویلا اکبر نوجوان چی شد وویلا وویلا اصغر شر حرم چی شد وویلا 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 یا حسین وویلا وویلا یا عباس وویلا وویلا یا عطشان وویلا وویلا یا حسین وویلا وویلا یا حسین 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 محمد وآل محمد صلوات
السلام علیکم یا رسول اللہ السلام علیکم یا فاطمہ الزہرا السلام علیکم یا علی المرتضی السلام علیکم یا حسن المجتبی السلام علیکم یا حسین الشہید السلام علیکم یا علی زین العابدین السلام علیکم یا محمد الباقر السلام علیکم یا جعفر الصادق السلام علیکم یا موسیٰ القادم السلام علیکم یا علی الرضا السلام علیکم یا محمد تقی السلام علیکم یا علی النقی السلام علیکم یا حسن العسکری ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ السلام علیکم یا صاحب الزمان الامان 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 السلام علیکم یا خلیفۃ الرحمن اجل اللہ تعالی فرجک السلام علیکم اہل البیت النبوہ جمیعا ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ اللهم كل وليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.